your main event of the evening, and it is a 6-man tag. Introducing to you first,
ladies and gentlemen, it is our main event here at Warriors of Wrestling for Full Throttle. In the ring, we got the team of Logan Black, being Logan Black representing Logan Black, Chris Bene, the Apostles of Chaos, the current Warriors Wrestling Tag Team Champions, with Dan Maff going against LAX. That is Homicide in the ring right now. In the corner is Santana and Ortiz. So Logan Black and Homicide kicking it off here in this 6-man tag team match.
I steer him. I steer nobody.
The Apostles of Chaos, the tag team champions, since winning the titles, they are the tag team of 2018. They keep on winning big matchups against prominent opponents, and LAX could be another tally on their record, but instead, we got to remember, LAX, they've won the Warriors Wrestling Tag Team Championships in the past. They have won belts across the world. They've been at Impact Wrestling, which was then TNA. Yeah.
Chris, here's what I would like to point out. The Apostles of Chaos, the AOC, has been dominant the past few months here in Warriors of Wrestling. Chris Bene is a big man. We've seen what he can do. Logan Black is one of the veterans of the Warriors locker room. We've seen what he can do. Just them two alone, tagging together, have been dominant. But now, Chris, you add to the mix the Bayonne Bad Ass, Dan Maff. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what the Apostles can do with the weapon that is Dan Maff.
It's a very good point there. Dan Maff he may be a big man, but he is extremely athletic for his size. Nice scoop slam there by Logan Black, the leader of the Apostles of Chaos. But Homicide, really tough to get out for LAX. Hasn't even, he's been showing complete control for the most part. Got that foot. Now, we could hear before Dan Maff asking the ref to check the pockets of all members of LAX.
We know Logan Black likes to bring out those brass knucks.
We may see that at some point. This is a really perfect matchup for the Apostles of Chaos and Dan Maff.
One might say, I might agree with that, some might not, but we're certainly going to find out very, very soon.
Ortiz makes the tag, so he's in there. And I think he tagged in Santana. Oh! That chopped echoed. Again? We go for it again. Wow.
Describe my face, Chris.
I think that chop made him lose his breath. Another one.
So the viewers at home, Chris, please describe what my face looks like.
Yeah, if you have a young child, make them look away at this point. This is getting ugly.
It's just
Ortiz now tagged in.
Not a pleasant look.
Oh, Logan Black with a nice move. But he gets sent over by LAX.
Nice double hip toss by LAX.
Oh, wow, the athleticism by Santana. Ortiz, nice. The pin. 1, 2. Only a 2. Logan Black not done yet, but certainly in a load of trouble.
Chris, do you think his hair is legal right now? It might give him. That's Ortiz's hair. Ortiz's hair. Do you think it might give him an edge? Maybe he's got weapons in there. Who knows?
You know, I think it happened. You got a point there. Logan Black reversing the Irish whip, but Bene's knee right to the back of Ortiz. That signature spinning elbow strike by Logan Black, going for a nice suplex there.
Nice cross between what seems like a suplex and a brain buster there. But that's Logan Black for you.
Logan Black recently wrestled overseas.
He did. Was recently featured in the UK on a string of shows. Multiple members. Logan Black was overseas. Vinny Pacifico will be overseas soon. Darius Carter will be overseas as well.
The Apostles of Chaos showing why they are the tag team champions. Absolutely obliterating Ortiz right now.
Darius Carter and Vinny Pacifico are going to be on the same tour out in the UK. I wonder if they're going to fly together. Could you imagine what that flight would be? Them two sitting next to each other.
I hope it's recorded. I hope it's streamed online. That would be entertaining.
You can't exactly make an emergency landing when you're over an ocean, Chris. They might have to if those two are on board.
Now, we mentioned before that Logan Black was overseas. While he was away, Chris Bene had an opportunity in a singles matchup. It's actually a triple threat that he was involved in, and he impressed. He's a powerhouse. But right now he's in an interesting spot. He's in the corner of LAX. Not in a good spot. Homicide is back in this.
And let me tell you what kind of competitor Logan Black is, Chris. Logan Black was overseas, was not at the last Warriors of Wrestling show here, Chris. And that was the first Warriors of Wrestling live event that Logan Black has missed. Period. He's been here since day one, the very first show over a decade ago, and that was number 1.
That's impressive.
Well, now, just to show, you literally need a body of water separating 2 continents to keep him out of a Warriors ring.
Well, now his teammate and potential, I guess he is, his protege, Chris Bene, is coming back in this, manhandling the man that is Homicide. Only a 1 count. Bene has the size advantage and the power advantage. Dan Maff, the X Factor for the Apostles of Chaos in this one. He gets tagged in. Now this is a weapon that the Apostles have to utilize if they're going to get a pinfall victory or submission against LAX. Santana's had enough.
Hold on, Chris. This is turning into a brawl here.
This eventually had to turn into a brawl. These are just 6 of the most reckless, ruthless, bruising individuals in the business. And now look at this. Dan Maff and the Apostles of Chaos beating down Homicide. Ortiz going after Maff, but the ref holding him back. Scoop slam by Maff.
Dan Maff does not look like an individual I want to upset.
Try to go for that jumping knee strike, but that didn't work out. He's injured. Homicide going after the legs. That's what you gotta do with a big man.
But he's not big if he can't stand.
Oh, that is gonna hurt. He might have a broken leg. Now it's absolute chaos. Every man is all over the place at this point. You got the Apostles of Chaos, Ortiz and Santana outside the ring.
Referee can't even maintain order. Look at his face. He doesn't even know what to do.
He doesn't know.
I don't know what to do either.
Santana is not the legal man. And Zagiri. Dan Maff down. Santana pointing at Homicide. What's Homicide going to do here?
Hold on, Chris.
Homicide's about to go to flight.
I've never seen a cannonball through the ropes.
It's like a cannonball suicide by Homicide. It's crazy.
Hold on, Chris. There is still 1 member of LAX still in the ring. Chris, I hope you have your boarding pass because he's looking like he might want to fly.
They're holding the railings. The crowd is up. What is going on here? Absolute chaos. Everything's going. They're going into the crowd now. This is absolute anarchy at this point. All 6 men, except for Santana, in 1 corner.
Chris, the Warrior Nation coming unglued here in front.
What is he going to do? Santana top rope, jumping down. Everyone's down.
Over the barricade, it seems.
Santana went flying.
I can't see, Chris. Is there even a barricade left?
All members of LAX are up. All members of LAX are up. They're controlling this one.
Warrior crowd doesn't know what to do. They are.
Ortiz sending Logan Black with a reversal. Ortiz just hit the chairs.
Chris, I'm at a loss for words.
This is the absolute most chaotic. This is the absolute most chaotic match I've ever seen.
When these individuals, Chris, come your way, you get off the tracks.
I have to step away from my mixer right now to do this. A chair shot by Homicide. This is absolute ludicrous what's going on right now. This is absolutely ludicrous. I'm trying to keep track of everything that's going on here. Another chair strike. Someone just got bashed into.
There is too much to call. I don't know where to look. I'm sweating. I'm tired. I need a cheeseburger.
Chair shot. Santana just mugging them. Chris Bene is up. He's marching his way towards Ortiz. I don't know if he sees him. They've made their way to the other side.
I'm at the point where I can't see anything, but I can hear it, and it doesn't sound pleasant. It does not sound great.
Santana sending Dan Maff. No reversal. Santana just went crashing into the wall. Dan Maff just Irish whipped him into the wall.
I hope there's still a wall left. I hope the foundation of the fun station doesn't come down on us here tonight. But there is nobody sitting here in the fun station. Not a single fan in this.
Homicide now with a chair. LAX is just this is absolutely crazy. This is the most crazy thing ever.
Warrior crowd letting them know that they feel like this is awesome, and I can't disagree, Chris.
Well, for the Apostles of Chaos, they were bred for this, but LAX, this might be their match. LAX beating up the Apostles of Chaos and Dan Maff, mind you. Dan Maff finding his way into the ring finally.
Chris, Dan Maff knows just as well as everyone else here. This contest.
Dan Maff is up, and Homicide's in the ring.
It has to end in the ring.
Has to. Both men going back to back with strikes. Bene and Santana are outside of the ring. The cameraman trying to find his place. He's got to get back there. Dan Maff and Homicide going right at it, back and forth.
Chris, even though the contest is back in the ring somewhat, no one is sitting, ourselves included.
Dan Maff has Homicide up. Homicide reverses it. He's into the corner. Dan Maff running into the corner. Runs into the boot of Homicide. Homicide in the middle rope.
Homicide on the
Tornado DDT!
Nice spinning DDT.
The pin. 1, 2. Oh, the rope. He got hold of the rope. Dan Maff striking Homicide. Homicide's up. This is not a good spot. Power slam by Maff. The pin by Dan Maff. 1, 2. It's not over, folks. It is not over. Homicide rolls out of the ring.
I'm just catching my breath, Chris. My goodness.
Santana's in the ring. So is Ortiz.
Hold the phone. Hold the
Dan Maff doesn't see them. Dan Maff turns around. They roll out. Sending kicks right to the legs. Oh, kick to the face and a DDT. That could be all. But they don't want to be all. They got more. Down. Wow, what a move. Off the ropes. Lion salt with a combo leg drop. The pin. 1, 2. Chris Bene breaking up the pinfall. Bene now clubbing Santana in the corner. Dan Maff making his way to another corner. And now Ortiz. Ortiz is in between the tag team champions, Logan Black and Bene. Ortiz goes up. Well, what's this? Santana.
Hold on.
Santana catching his tag team partner. Bene here with a strike. Chop to the chest.
Chris, that's going to leave a mark, if nothing else will, tonight. My goodness.
Misses a clothesline. Sends Bene into the corner, rolls him up, gets to his feet, tries to hit him, but there's Logan Black with that vicious strike. A vintage strike. This could be all. We've seen this before.
This might be the beginning of the end here, Chris.
A Falcon Arrow move there. Here's a pin. 1, 2. There's Ortiz breaking up the pin.
Ortiz not going to let anything happen to his chances of being victorious tonight.
Logan Black sent over the top rope. Ortiz bouncing off the rope. Bene misses a clothesline. Suicide dive by Ortiz. Did not see that coming. Homicide. Oh, that cutter on Bene. Dan Maff is up. Misses a strike. Cutter. Homicide now going after Black. But Logan Black sent a knee into the face. He's on that top rope. He's groggy. He's in a bad spot. A super cutter there by Homicide. Pin. 1, 2, but Dan Maff breaks it up.
Do not make the big man angry. I assure you, it's not a good investment in your health.
Logan Black clashes down to the floor. Dan Maff has Homicide up, sends him up to that top of the turnbuckle. But there's Santana quickly getting right onto striking down Logan Black, keeping him down. Ortiz getting back in this. He's got to help Homicide, who's sitting now in a vulnerable position. Dan Maff does not see Ortiz, who's behind him.
Chris, Dan Maff is a big man. If that man comes crashing down, I hope
Ortiz just
Joe Bellini reinforced the ring like he was instructed
Wait a second.
to. But maybe it might not matter.
Wait a second.
Hold on, Chris.
You got 3 members of LAX.
No, don't do it.
And you got 1 Dan Maff.
I don't know.
The match shows this is not good for Dan Maff right now.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on.
Oh! Down goes Maff. The pin. But Benny breaks it up.
At this point,
Benny's fired up.
At this point, get a pin, get a submission, get out of there.
This match might end its way into the parking lot.
I wouldn't be surprised. The gate opens.
Chris Benny going after Homicide, pushing away Santana. But now it's looking like Chris Benny is single-handedly taking down LAX, but Homicide sent out of the ring.
Chris Benny, normally used to being the biggest
Super
man in
kick.
the ring, is not in this case.
Santana and Ortiz sending Benny into the corner. Santana leaping over. Ortiz running into the boot of Benny. The powerhouse Benny going to the middle rope.
Hold on.
We haven't seen this before.
Might fly. The big man might fly, Chris.
But LAX is tripping him up. Not a good spot for Benny. Ortiz has him up. Down goes Benny. Santana for the top rope. A frog splash. And they're going for a submission maneuver. Benny taps. LAX wins against the Apostles of Chaos and Dan Maff. Well, folks, this has been Full Throttle from Warriors of Wrestling. LAX returns to Warriors of Wrestling. They take down the Tag Team Champions and the Apostles of Chaos alongside Dan Maff. What a main event. What a show. What an absolute great show. Thank you, Warrior Nation, for your support coming out. I'm Chris Scott for Frat Boy Farmer. This is Warriors of Wrestling, and we will see you next month.
No, it's W.O.W. Come on, people, W.O.W. W.O.W. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming for this wonderful show. For of all people, happy Mother's Day! Mamacita! Te quiero! Happy Mother's Day! Happy mommy! Who's the mommy? The mommy? Yeah, mom, happy Mother's Day! Who's the mommy? Two young homes. Happy Mother's Day! Yeah, go to school. Olale! Goodbye! Yeah, first of all, it feels so damn good to be back at Warriors of Wrestling. Yeah, it's been about 3 years since we've been here, and damn, it feels like we never left. I'm not gonna take too much time. I just want to say thank you to Joey B and Warriors of Wrestling, because they were the one of the first places to give us opportunities and open their doors to us. So thank you and thank all the fans that supported us since day one and got us to where we are today. Everybody, good night. Have a happy Mother's Day. And I'll see you all next time. With passion, with violence, LAX,